the rookie. Carissa is Breeze's hero.
And excitement's in the air, day number 1 of the Oi Rio Pro.
2019, I qualified for the Dream Tour, which was my ultimate goal. To think that this could actually be my job, to be a professional surfer and to travel around the world. Everything is so quick and new when you're going to locations that you've never been before and you're surfing against your idols. And
Carissa is Breeze's hero.
it's pretty crazy just going straight into that. I had a couple okay results.
It looks like it's going to be enough for the rookie to make the jump over the 3-time world champion. And she can't believe it.
I've got goosebumps.
What an effort.
It definitely went through a big period of the rest of the year where I lost my sense of self. I was trying to find that balance of who is Brisa on land and who is Brisa in the water.
We've made the decision to cancel the 2020 Championship Tour due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
I remember they made an announcement on the beach. My dad was like, we need to get out of here. So after having that mindset that I was going to be traveling around the globe, I ended up being on the most isolated place on the planet, Namotu Island.
Well, we're kind of postponed, as they say, as there's no flights coming into Fiji at this time. We can't let anyone else come on the island. It's basically full isolation.
So we're kind of going through a food check because kind of make sure that we're able to eat while we're here. A lot of mayonnaise. I'm not too psyched on that.
We are trying to salvage all the broccoli we have. Brisa's making a pickled carrot. Let's just say we're prepared for a zombie apocalypse if it ever gets to know too.
Watching Dad's live Instagram video because we're too scared to go outside. So we're watching what's happening and the windows are boarded. So here on Namotu, it's a small crew. We all have to, work together, and you gotta work for those girls at Cloud Break. So safety first, kids. What are we doing today?
Surfing!
We're taking that guy surfing. What? Spending time with the amazing Fijian crew that live here. It just brings me so much joy to connect with them and to connect with others. The Fijians live the most beautiful and interesting and simple life where I feel like the whole world can take a lot from. They appreciate every moment. It reminds me so much of growing up in Costa Rica with my family. Every day we were out in nature and life was an adventure.
There's a snake in here. What you doing in here? No, Mom! This charger.
I think it's really cool that Brisa came today to surf with us out here.
Oh my god, I've been wanting to surf with her for so long. And even like when Keisha said that she texted, I was like jumping in the car and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make me cry.
These girls are like charging Cloud Break. They're pretty much like the first generation to be surfing out there. Their role models have been boys. So I think it's really cool that you're actually going to be the inspiration for little girls coming up.
I have a couple boards. I wanted to
give to the board riders. This is actually the board that I rode at Karama's, so it's a pretty special board. They've definitely been dear to my heart, so if they could go to a good home and hopefully inspire, you know, a little girl to go surfing, I think that's like, that would be amazing. It would make my day.
Cloudbreak is a beast, and it is scary and raw and unpredictable.
I never knew nobody that could change me, make me new. I never knew nobody that could break me like you do. I never knew nobody to rename me, displace me. Oh no, I never knew nobody that could shame me, erase me like you do. I never thought something more awaits me. I never knew someday I would take. I never knew nobody could do it like you. I never knew nobody could do it like you. I never knew nobody could do it like you. I never knew nobody could do it like you, like you, like you. I never knew nobody could take it, not break it. I never knew somebody who could flip it and shake it. I never knew a lover who could break me, reshape me. I never thought something more awaits me. I never knew someday love will take me. Yeah. I never knew nobody could do it like you. I never knew nobody could do it like you, like you, like you. I never.
I definitely had a different mindset after going out there that I thought that I never would reach. It was like this embracing this fear. It wasn't the fear of Cloudbreak itself. It was embracing other fears in my life, of kind of like those fears that haunted me in my rookie year. You know, that sense of self.
Amazing, Grace. I felt like all your voices combined in my ear. Like everyone that's like helped me, like in my ear, we're just like, you gotta go. That was amazing.
It's funny because Shay's like, was that cooler than Brisa winning a contest? And I'm like, I think it was, because that was like mental conquer. It was also, you know, conquering nature. It was amazing. That was a big one, so I'm pretty stoked.
Right on.
Whatever the normal is going to be, which I have no idea what the future holds, I hope I take what I've learned here into the real world. For you to be happy and to be successful is to find the love within yourself and to love others and to hopefully get the opportunity to love what you do, and also just connecting back to the ocean. I think that's what it was all about for me, was finding that deep love I have for surfing. And I feel a lot more connected than I have in a long time. I see the sea within you and me, the storms that have passed, the clarity in this moment, the change of the tide. Breathe it in, let it go. Feel the motion, for within every drop, we are the ocean.
Okay, man overboard. Go get him.
You okay, Charlie? I'm coming to get you. You just stay right there.
Ooh, that one's better.
That's it. That's perfect. This is my spirit animal. Woo! Hi. They're calling me. Let's join them.
My name is Neil Eckersley. I'm a double Olympian, Olympic medalist in the sport of judo, and I'm an abstract contemporary artist. But as a street kid, as a working class kid, belief was to me was having that ability to have the confidence to step out into a world that was totally alien to anybody, and to be successful at that particular things, having that belief and that understanding when everybody around you is saying you're not going to be able to do that, you can't do that. And it's been very similar as an artist. When I first started to become an artist, people said, what are you doing? You're a judo guy, you're an Olympian. And they kind of were quite negative about that. So having a belief in yourself, or having a belief in a project, or having a belief in a goal is really the key for me. Being an Olympian and also being a martial artist gives you a degree of resilience. So if ever there's been any difficult or challenging moments in my life, I've always been able to have that ability to dig in and get through that. So I'm classed as a cityscape artist. If you see a lot of my work, you'll see a lot of that theme through it. So to me, Beijing was really about trying to capture the actual city itself and try and find a way of showing, as an artist, the vibrance, the energy, and the movement in the actual city itself. So bringing the Olympics together is, I kind of worked around bringing more of a winter scene. So if you look at the artworks that I produced, they've got lots of snow, lots of ice within those particular pieces to try and capture that particular moment in time. What I'm looking for from any Olympic Games is to celebrate the youth of today, and coming together to compete and perform in the sport that I understand as an Olympian what it means to go to the Olympic Games and how valuable and important that is. So for me, what I'm looking for is this Olympics to be the perfect platform for this young generation to compete and to be successful in their own right.
What does the Drakensberg mean to me? Well, in a word, it's widescreen. It's a cinematic landscape. It stretches from horizon to horizon. It's just huge. The mountains here are very distinctive. Their jagged peaks just pierce the horizon, and instantly you know you're in the Drakensberg because No other mountains in the world look like this. Everywhere you look, there's a great shot. The plant and animal life is amazing. I've just been stunned by the variety of birds, and there's such a sense of tranquility. It's just beautiful. The landscape seems untouched, but you look and there's rock art everywhere. It really makes me feel connected to the people who have lived here thousands and thousands of years before. But I think it's those wide open skies of the Drakensberg that will stay with me. That's what I'm going to remember.
May 2nd, 1945. The end is near for World War II in Europe. The Soviet Union announces the fall of Nazi Germany's capital, Berlin. And the Allies announce the surrender of Nazi troops in Italy and parts of Austria. 1519. Leonardo da Vinci, the Italian Renaissance artist who painted The Last Supper and the Mona Lisa, dies in France at age 67. 1863. During the Civil War, Confederate General Thomas Stonewall Jackson is accidentally wounded by his own men at Chancellorsville, Virginia. Jackson dies 8 days later. 1994.
Now is the time for celebration, for South Africans to join together to celebrate the birth of democracy.
Nelson Mandela and the African National Congress claim victory in South Africa's first multiracial election. Mandela, who spent nearly 30 years in prison under apartheid rule, becomes the country's president. 1972. J. Edgar Hoover, who ran the FBI from the Prohibition era through the turbulent 1960s, dies in Washington, D.C. at age 77. And 1903. Singer and actor Bing Crosby, one of the 20th century's most popular entertainers, is born in Tacoma, Washington. Today in history, May 2nd. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,